This is the TV news for Thursday, December 16th. And let's begin with our regular Thursday feature, the PR Scription. Well, last week, our in-house media PR guru, Arthur Sando, imparted some sage advice to the Piers Morgan CNN launch team. One of the key items was to get the general public comfortable with Piers and who he really is. Arthur now joins us once again. And Arthur, with what went on with Piers this week, do you think your advice was effectively followed?
Jeff, I guess they weren't watching. Piers Morgan tonight starts in 3.5 weeks, and I really haven't seen anything other than a couple of 20-second spots, which are pretty standard stuff. There doesn't seem to be a social media strategy in place. There's been very little tweeting. There's virtually no activity on Piers's Facebook page. The picture on that page, incidentally, is still Piers standing in front of a British flag with his arms folded. It's not particularly inviting and doesn't say anything about this new show. And perhaps most frustrating of all is that if you go to Piers's own website, you don't get anything because it's under construction. It's been that way for a while, and I don't understand it because they've had months to get this thing up and running. It should be a prime vehicle for interacting with the public and publicizing the premiere of this new show. On the CNN website, on the plus side, there are actually a couple of good clips of Piers. They're casual. He's in shirt sleeves and an open collar. He's answering questions. He's talking to his staff. And you get a much better feeling of the kind of person he is and what he's looking for to do in the show. But you've really got to go and look for those clips. And I'm surprised CNN is not being more proactive in trying to get that image of Piers out there and get him connected to people who have to invite them into their homes. The only news story that's broken about Piers in the last couple of weeks are the comment he made that Madonna will not be on his show because she's too boring. So I don't know how that figures into building an audience. I am assuming, I'm hoping that there's going to be a blitz of ads and TV and radio appearances and print profiles in the next couple of weeks, but clearly the clock is running.
Okay, Arthur, I'm bothered by a couple of things. I've seen some of the launch promos, the 20 spots, and they're all me-based, meaning it's Piers just up there, just heaving hyperbole. It's going to be great. It's going to be special. It's going to be daring. There's no viewer benefit. And I point to Dale Carnegie in How to Win Friends and Influence People. Three points which I think are clearly being violated in this whole campaign is, one, become genuinely interested in other people. And this me really doesn't do that. Make sure other people feel important. Well, I don't think he made Madonna feel very important and her followers. And talk in terms of people's interests and benefits. And I see very little viewer benefit with this entire campaign. With you, I hope there will be a big change. I hope there'll be a big blitz. We'll keep an eye on this, and we'll talk again next week. Thank you, Arthur. File this next story under, ooh, BBC America has snared the basic cable rights to Showtime's uber-successful original series, The Tudors. That means 68 million homes will be able to see the rise and fall and the graphic marriage de jours of Henry VIII. And it all begins with a season 1 and 2 marathon this coming January 16th. And now we proudly present our next installment of the Top 25 TV Show Opens of All Time. Got a quick story for you. Once upon a time during the Cold War, I was in Moscow. I was riding around in a van with a bunch of Summer Olympics gold medalists. Feeling way cut off from the United States, we all began singing what we thought was the quintessential American tune. And here it is right now. It's number 11 in our top TV show countdown. And it's definitely a long-distance dedication. Here is the TV Open for the Flintstones.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, they're the monotonic family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a page right out of history. Let's ride with the family down the street, through the courtesy of Fred and Pete. When you're the Flintstones have a yabba dabba do time, a dabba do time. We'll have a gay old time.
Wilma! And we'll continue to count them down. The top 25 TV show opens of all time tomorrow, as well as all December long here at the tvnews.tv.
Future events and opportunities brought to you by Sando Communications. Sound judgment, solid credibility, and superior results. This is Sando Communications.
Well, duh! Yep, the second annual Duh Awards, celebrating the dumbest, most undecided, and most heralded TV happenings of 2010 come your way. It's all available beginning December 28th here at the tvnews.tv. Nominations are already out, and you can see them in the tvnews.tv archives in our oh-so-lame special, Countdown to Duh. And don't forget, you get to choose the Duh Award winners by voting on Facebook at the tvnews.tv fan page. And that about does it for this edition of the TV News. Tomorrow, another fresh edition featuring the Sports TV News with Eric Mackerlin. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. We thank you for watching, and as always, go out and make it a good day.
The TV News has been brought to you by American Ingenuity TV. For all of your electronic marketing and creative challenges, American Ingenuity TV is simply the solution.